guys, it's Sara from Altcoin. Ladies, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet, and let's crack on with today's video. So the market is in a really bullish mode. It's good to see so much green as well. I just thought I'll do a Q1 of 2018 review of whole crypto market, what's been going on. I know it's quite late, but it's better late than never. So the first quarter of 2018 was rather a tough period for the majority of the crypto community. I mean, the crypto markets had some serious downturn in January that put the entire market down, and so most investors lose in like excess of 60% of their portfolios, especially if you joined in December. I'm gonna take a look at what just happened, and it's gonna be quite a detailed video summarizing everything. So we know that 2017 was an extremely good year for the crypto community. There were a number of peaks and truths brought about growing adoption, crackdowns, adverse regulation, and a movement towards forking popular coins. A general increase in media attention meant that the market ended the year in a great health and hit a total valuation of around 750 billion, I think, towards the end of the year. As a result, some pullback was obviously expected, but the reality turned out much worse than anyone has ever expected to be. The total value of all cryptocurrencies hit a record all-time high, with a market of around 830 billion in January, and this fell by approximately 70%, and the total cap hit 251 billion at the end of March, and set the whole market back to its late November valuation. So what happened at the beginning of the year? We had fears that South Korea and China would announce further adverse regulations, which some people say it helped to move the market into the bear cycle. Trading volumes dropped sharply in February and March, and many of the market's top coins were severely affected. The worst performer out of all of them was Ripple, which fell by 77% in value. It was followed by Bitcoin Cash, which declined by around 71%. Then we had IOTA down 69%, Cardano 67%. Ethereum and Bitcoin lost approximately half of their value, while EOS proved to be the strongest performer as it lost just 22% of its price. So we saw what happened and how much each of the cryptos actually fell down. And now I'm going to talk about some of the crypto trends that I think will follow in the following quarters of 2018. And the first one of them will be that the global policymakers will take a cautious approach. So we know that local governments and international institutions started taking a closer look at the new big thing in tech and finance, being crypto. At first, there was so much skepticism. We all know exactly what was going on, with plenty of influential people rejecting the whole crypto movement as a speculation, fraud, or just a bubble. One of the most well-known examples was Jamie Dimon, CEO of JP Morgan, who called Bitcoin a fraud last fall. This is not the article from the last fall, by the way. The news caused a lot of turmoil within the community, as many other unresearched claims about cryptocurrency also started circulating around this time. Now the melody seems to be changing, so more and more governments are creating task forces to investigate and study potential applications of the blockchain technology, which is absolutely brilliant because that's what we want. We need a global adaptation to it. Some of them are considering issuing their own digital currencies. Even Diamond himself, in this article, backpedaled in January, saying he regrets making negative remarks about Bitcoin, but still remains cautious about it. I think the reason for it is that he actually researched it a bit more and read instead of following what other people were saying around him, and actually has done his research. Remember, it's very important to do your own research and actually understood the potential that crypto has behind it, but also understands its volatility. Secondly, we have the SEC hearing that the US Senate held in February, during which the chairman and CFTC testified about Bitcoin and digital currencies. Surprisingly, but very surprisingly, in a good way, the testimony was rather bullish, where Giancarlo said, "Do not harm was unquestionably the right approach to the development of the internet. Similarly, I believe that do not harm is the right overarching approach for distributed ledger technology, which obviously sounds like he's bullish and he's positive about it. He wants to explore it more and understands the possibilities it has behind it. So what else did we have in Q1? We had the G20 summit in Argentina, where cryptocurrencies were on the agenda. There were some calls for crypto regulations, but the Financial Stability Board, backed by numerous delegations, put its foot down, saying more monitoring is needed before drafting any kind of regulation is done. So basically, global leaders have taken a closer look at the underlying distributed ledger technology and realized they need to do more research before taking actions. The current course is to proceed with a do not harm approach, and that's a good thing, isn't it? Secondly, my second trend that I think will carry on is that we'll see a drop in scam ICOs. So all the ICOs and the whole landscape of it has been absolutely evolving rapidly recently. The market surged in the second half of last year with ICO pulling over $4.5 billion. However, this gold rush had some adverse effects on the market. So this year started out with the swift rate of ICO. According to the Suicide Ventures, an enormous amount of 260 public token sales were launched in the first 2 months. That's basically more than 4 a day. And roughly 40% of them raised at least 50% of their hard cap. But the reverse side of those statistics are pretty alarming. So in February, 48% of ICOs drew in 10% or less than their announced hard cap, and the 10 biggest projects only raised 60% of their cap. Crypto startups now need significant resources to stand out in the sea of mediocre projects fighting for community attention. Having a template-based landing page is not enough anymore. Neither is the help of social media. As we know, all the crypto ads are currently being banned on all the social media, which I'm gonna talk about in a minute. Investors are doing their due diligence now as well, trying to separate the wheat from the chaff, and this has resulted in the lower ICO success rate, which is absolutely brilliant news as well. People are more protective of their money and are looking to invest in projects that provide constant updates and have a minimal viable product and a proof of concept to showcase. The good news in this trend is that we're seeing era of ICO scams coming to an end, normal BitConnect and other things that'll basically make you lose money. Also guys, do not think this is any sort of a professional financial advice. I am just summarizing in my own way Q1 of 2018. So thirdly, I think that crypto promoters will experiment with newer strategies. Regulators are proceeding slowly on providing legislation. Social media and internet titans are taking measures to avoid any sort of involvement around those scam ICOs or any other crypto scams. Facebook, Instagram, Google, Twitter, and I think also LinkedIn recently are all now blocking crypto-related advertising. Google is the only one to give the industry some sort of breathing room to readjust before limiting traffic, announcing that change would happen in June and not immediately. But when Twitter, the last of the group to ban crypto ads, made its move, some people say that it triggered a further downturn in crypto market, bringing it back under 300 billion. The end result of these moves is hard to estimate, but they are going to make it increasingly hard for new projects to build communities and get traction in order to launch an ICO. That's when the creativity will have to kick in them. Projects will have to be more creative in finding ways to grab public attention, and we should see decentralized forums such as Reddit, Bitcoin Talk, and blockchain-oriented discussions boards gaining popularity as a result, which is not all so bad, right? I think it's very important to always look for the bright side in everything, and things like that are one of them. So guys, what do you think of the whole Q1 of 2018? Was your portfolio really bad? I mean, mine wasn't too bad, but I did make some poor decisions there and there. So some of my investments were poor, but it's my own money and I can deal with it. As long as you guys are fine, that's all that matters. And obviously you're not losing your houses or anything like that currently, and can still pay your bills and have a happy life. That's all that matters, because you should never invest anything you can't lose. And yeah guys, just let me know what you think of the last 4 months and everything that's been going on, all the FUD, all the new projects, new launches of partnerships, and just everything that's been going on with the government getting involved. What is your opinion about it? Remember to follow us on our Twitter, Altcoin Bus Ladies, where we post our latest videos. Subscribe to our channel, Altcoin Bus Ladies. Give me a like, leave a comment what you think about this video, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye!